Hello dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. This is Farouk Lone. I welcome all of you to my class. So if you remember, uh, we're doing a poem to Blossom written by Robert Herrick. In the first video, we talked about Robert Herrick, this guy, and we talked about him in brief, like you see in the picture. And before going to the poem, we have some new words we'll be encountering in the poem. First word is fair pledge, promising. Then we have ye, archaic form of you, like we have thee, art, thou, didst. These are archaic words. We still use them in poetry. And then we have blush. Blush means sharmana, pinken, a red glow on the face caused by modesty, shame. Then we have good night, saying good night, shaba khair kehna. Then we have pity, kind, rahdil. And we did this thing in English contraction. It is contraction form of never. This is never. And again, if we have to read the poem, we have to go through these pictures in order to get that feel of the poem. First picture you see on the screen is blossom. जब बाहर आती है तो ये मंजर देखने को मिलता है. And really it's beautiful outside right now, and it's the irony of the Galibus couplet. हम बयाबा में है और घर में बाहर आई है. And this blossom either turn out to be beautiful leaves or delicious fruits, and then we reap the fruits and leaves turn golden yellow and trees shed them when the wind blows. This is the autumn season. खिज़ां का मौसम है. It brings that Bollywood song to mind. खिलते हैं गुल यहाँ खिल के बिखरने को. And this is a bit sad picture. And finally, this is the ultimate abode for all. This is grave, symbolizes death here. So here again in this frame I have summed up all these things, and they describe a cycle. First is blossom. Blossom either turn out to be fruits or leaves, and then leaves in autumn are shed from the trees, and ultimately they meet this fate, that's death. And let's read the poem and see what Robert Herrick says in that poem. Fair pledges of a fruitful tree. Fair pledges of a fruitful tree, do ye fall so fast? Your date is not so past, but you may stay yet here a while, to blush and gently smile, and go at last. What were ye born to be, an hour or half's delight, and so to bid good night? It was pity nature brought you forth, merely to show your worth, and lose you quite. But you are lovely leaves where we may read how soon things have their end, though never so brave. And after they have shown their pride like you, a while they glide into the grave. This is what Robert Herrick says in the poem. In the, like you see, first stanza, he is happy at the arrival of the spring. In the second stanza, the mood shifts from being happy to pensive. He laments over the fast decaying leaves of the tree that are so easily falling, yet the time is not so yet past. He requests trees not to shed its leaves so fast. He insists them to stay a while. Then in the third stanza, he comes to this realization that and also he expresses his view that we feel sad about our short life, but everything has to leave sooner or later for eternal world, like you see in the lost lines. Here in the last line also, in the last stanza also, we have this phrase, lovely leaves. And lovely leaves of the trees are compared with the leaves of the book that can symbolize here the book of destiny, Taqdeer ki kitab, where birth and death is certainly written. And this poem is condensed with emotions, with feelings, and all those yearnings that we have for the youth. And if you see, we have negative and positive words coming together, like not coming together, but we have a mixture of feelings here in the poem. Fair pledge is a promising, is a promising word, is a positive word. Fruitful tree is a positive word. Then we have smile is a positive word. Born is a positive word. And nature is a positive word. Lovely leaves is a positive word, and then we have negative words also, like past is there, like last is there, like good night is there. So saying good night is always a painful thing. Then lose you quite, and grave is the ultimate, it's most negative thing in the lesson. This is all what Robert Herrick says in this whole poem. And this whole poem, To Blossom, is compared to human life, where child symbolizes spring here, as the child is pure and innocent as spring, and youth is compared with summer here, like you see in the picture. Then old age, like the cycle I describe it here, graying of hair and falling of teeth as in autumn, and ultimately death, like you see here in this picture. This is spring, and hot summer turns this beautiful scene into pale yellow, and autumn, where we have graying and falling of teeth, then this thing, the white snow that shrouds each and everything. So this is how life is, and this is how beautifully Robert Herrick has portrayed in the poem. This is all about the poem. In the next video we'll be doing these things like rhyming words, rhyme scheme, personification, and assignment for you. But here I will end this poem with this short quote: soon will be our return to the Lord. Empty your luggage and arrange a carriage that will go easy on the shoulders, will carry us. Leave your light behind. Take care. Allah Hafiz.